Greetings everyone, welcome to a CLG unboxing video, real quick unboxing video. So don't mind the scruff, I was actually at a convention all this past weekend. Woke up this morning to a big old box on my doorstep here because I forgot that while I was away I got an email about tracking finally for the Battletech Kickstarter that Catalyst ran. So I just wanted to do a real quick unboxing because I want to get through this stuff and just kind of show you what's in here and show you kind of what the next wave of things that Catalyst has planned. A little bit of background, this Kickstarter ended end of April 2023. There was $7,549,241 pledged out of the $50,000 goal. So obviously everyone knew they were going to hit it. It was Catalyst and it's Battletech and it's really cool stuff. So this whole wave is all their mercenary stuff, a lot of vehicles, a lot of stuff people are looking forward to begin adding into Alpha Strike and Classic as well. So I didn't get anything. I think I got one or two extra boxes over what the Kickstarter was for. I think I went in at the $150 pledge, $200 pledge, I think is where I went in on. So this video is kind of rushed a little bit, I apologize, but I got this box, I want to tear into it, and I figured I would show you what we got on camera. So that being said, I'm going to change the camera view a little bit here, and we are going to go into this together for the first time. Alright, so let's get into this bad boy, see what all is in here. I'll show you as we're taking out, show you the kind of stuff in the camera, and then once that's done, I'll get it all laid out and actually go over what's in here. I'm hoping there's actually a packing list in here because I don't even remember. I know it came in an email, but I didn't pull that up or print that out. So like I said, kind of rushed, but let's get into this bad boy. We've been waiting for this obviously since 2023. One other guy in the club, Matt, has already received his. The others are still waiting on their shipping. Apparently, they're doing kind of randomized shipping as they go. I was fortunate enough. We're both joking because the other guy's name, last name starts with a W, mine starts with a T. We were like, maybe they went backwards, who knows, but there we go. Full box of stuff. Now, I'm not going to open every single salvage box and all that stuff on camera because I will do that a little bit later. Yeah, maybe I will because some of them are random vehicles, so we'll see. So, just a little thing about Quartermaster Logistics, missing something, let us know. So we'll end up pulling out inventory and going over stuff. So let's get into this. Got a Battletech salvage box, the Shylone aerospace fighter. So again, we're really looking forward to this because it's going to start adding vehicles into our play. We're playing a lot of Alpha Strike, and then we kind of died off a little bit, but we were talking about getting maybe back into some Classic. This is the Visigoth, so another spaceship fighter. I ended up with two, because like any good Kickstarter, when you initially do the pledge, and it goes off, and they reach out to you about a year later and say, hey, it's time for add-ons, what do you want? I had another one, because I wanted some space fighters, some jets, so I got two of them. Not too bad there. Salvage box, Blood Asp. Boom. Salvage box, the Savannah Masters. So we got some hover vehicles. That's the other thing I want to see too, is obviously make sure that because it's Alpha Strike stuff, that it all comes with the cards and what we need or where we can go and get the actual data cards. Rifle and Command Lances. So again, so when it came to choices, I went very heavy on vehicles. I have a lot of mechs. I know most people have more mechs than me, but I went more vehicle heavy because I have more mechs than I ever use. I was getting to the point where when it came time to play an Alpha Strike game and we decided how many points we would play, I would open up my case and pick the first 4 or 5, whatever 6 it would take to reach that point level and play with them just to kind of see how they would play. Made some really wonky forces, but it gave me a chance to actually start to go through my stuff. So we'll see what I decide to do. So now I have a bunch of vehicles. So this is just 2 random vehicles. I'll open out here maybe in a little bit. It is taped, so we'll wait on that. Same thing here. 1 random legendary Mech Warrior Mech. So we'll pop that open, see what we got, if there's anything good in there. This is, oh yeah, this is the 100mm Timberwolf model that they were giving out. And again, we'll open out here in a second. And let's keep going. Recon and Hunter Lances. So again, lots of vehicles. You're running out of rooms to throw this stuff on the table. I thought this was a pretty cool box. This was the objectives box. So we happen to tend to, and that's why unfortunately sometimes games die out with us. We happen to tend to just put stuff on the table and go, oh, let's just kill each other. So people get caught in tower with that, and then we end up switching games. So some objectives to actually do some fun scenarios. Shooter McGavin on our Discord, but Barry is very good at coming up with scenarios and everything to play for Battletech. He did like a whole Solaris thing one time that was pretty cool. We got some battle and fire lances. So pretty cool. Again, I keep saying it, but lots of vehicles because my hope and goal was that we can play some actual without striking, throw a crap load of stuff on the table so we can actually play a pretty drawn out slug out battle. And then here's some heavy battle and sweep lances. I'm pretty happy that there's 8 vehicles in each one. And it comes with the battlefield support cards, alpha strike cards. That's pretty cool. Because a lot of times with the generic vehicles, you just go onto the app and print them from there. But the actual having the cards is nice. I did get, yes, my Clan Ghost Bear dice. When I first got into Battletech, I know nothing of the lore. There's some guys in our club that are huge into the lore of Battletech. It's just a whole lot to try to keep track of. I first actually went with, and I think, not those. Did I get it? Sorry, as I'm talking here. Yep, so the Northwind Highlanders challenge coin, and I'll actually open it up and show. So, when I first decided to get into Battletech, I'm like, I'm going to do the Northwind Highlanders because Scottish Highlanders, thought that was kind of cool. Didn't realize actually how super popular they are. But then when I got into actually playing in the Kodiaks and some of the lore and paint schemes that I liked, I ended up finding Clan Ghost Bear. So this was probably what my primary clan is going to be. But I still like the Northwind Highlanders, which I actually don't own that battle box, which is kind of crazy. These are Laser Effect Battletech Chevron dice, so I was not expecting them, but they're actually really cool. I'm going to have to open those up. Those are really cool. And then we got, what is back here? Oh, these are the posters that you get with everything. There's a whole bunch in there. And then finally, what the whole Kickstarter was about, the actual mercenary box. Again, I'll try to get some closer looks at this, but 12 mechs, 8 mechs, 4 vehicles in here, all the punch boards, all the cutouts, the rule books for Mercs, all that kind of stuff is in here. The alpha strike cards, blah, 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 blah. Support 99 battlefield support cards. That's pretty good. Cool. Laminated worksheets. Wow. Okay. So we'll get all this opened up here in a second, but that was everything that was in the box. Not too bad. Pretty impressive. And yeah, so again, lots of vehicles and stuff to choose from. So I'm gonna reset the camera, open up a few of these things, and quickly talk about it. They also included a bunch of digital downloads, novels, fiction stuff to read, that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. I haven't downloaded them yet. I still have the link, but still got to download it. So yeah, let me reset the camera and open up a couple of these secret salvage boxes because I'm curious to see what's inside them. Alright, so let's get into it. Hopefully that camera angle works. Don't mind the glare. It's from my light set, but once I take off the plastic, it should go away. Let's start with the actual Merc Box, huh? See what's in this bad boy. So, again, let's see how good my actual zoom works. I don't know if you can see that list a little bit, but pretty decent amount of stuff in there. So, you can pause it if you want to read all that stuff, but I want to show you there is a crap load of stuff in there. Get it opened up. So I was actually going to wait on this and go through all of it a little bit at a time, but we'll do this together. I don't know how many people actually got these boxes yet, and what's inside them. So I'm usually not the quickest when it comes to unboxing of new products, so let's see if I can at least be in the top 100, top couple hundred. So that's a really cool box. Okay, here we go. So right off the bat, all your vehicles in there, everything else in here. Always packaged really well, so no one left behind. So we got a novel, a little mini novel. Not bad, some light reading. Maybe I'll actually learn some of the lore. Probably not. There's a spot to get into these. So I'm not going to open every single one of these deck boxes right now, or deck of cards right now, but we have the Battlefield Support deck, and then it has, of course, all of the cards in there as well for Alpha Strike, which is kind of cool. Again, I'm going to keep these in here for now just so I don't lose them, because I didn't bring down my cases where I have everything. And then here's the pack of the special Mercs, named characters, if you will, if you want to actually play them in the game. Again, we don't, we do play Alpha Strike, but we've never used the actual Mercs, or the actual named characters. It might be cool to do sometime. And here we have, oh, that's kind of cool. Don't mind me well, look at it, I should probably show you. So all the cards, again, for the different units you can take, actually have emplacement cards, which is pretty cool. And again, more just unit cards. Battlefield support cards, I guess. Yep, that's what they are. So, kind of cool because, again, if you know people with resin or even 3D printing, yeah, it's all 3D printing. Resin or filament, these things are pretty, like a lot of the stuff's pretty easy to print out, so to have a bunch would be cool, because I don't know if they actually make emplacement guns. I don't see them, didn't see them, but maybe they do. Standard 2 white dice, that'll go in my normal pack, and then we get into the mechs. So I don't even know, to be perfectly honest, I am super not up on my mechs. I actually usually, once I have them painted, or even before I paint them, I write the names on the bottom so I can remember what the heck I'm looking at. But I don't know if this actually has a mech list or not. Standard kind of heavy duty plastic. I don't know if that's supposed to turn. Yeah, it looks like it actually does. The turrets actually turn on these things. Vehicles, that is what I'm super excited about. Big stompy mechs are cool, but vehicles are just as cool. And again, just the mechs that I'll have to get into and see exactly who they are. And go from there. Excuse me. And we got the rulebook. More rulebooks, a little supplement for the mechs, the mercenaries. I'm not sure what this adds to the regular Alpha Strike book, except maybe some more of like how to use the strike cards. Maybe some special mercenary stuff. It might just be also just a quick moving book for people that this is their first starter set to get playing in Alpha Strike. I'll have to get into more of that. And then we have, there we go, I can actually learn the mechs. They gave me the sheets with them as well. And again, this is why I really like Catalyst. I won't get into the whole conversation of what's better, Alpha Strike or Classic. I've said numerous times that to me it's comparing apples and oranges. I think they both scratch an itch in different areas. They are both great rule sets. It depends really what you're looking to get out of big stompy mechs. So I'm not going to go into that whole comparison, but what I will say is I love the fact that you get the classic sheets, the record sheets, and the Alpha Strike cards. So you can play either or. It's not, well, we're going to sell you the mechs, but then you have to get a book of all the classic if you want to play that. And then if you want to play Alpha Strike, here's the card decks. Here's everything, play it how you want to get them on the table, which I absolutely love. Because, again, classic sheets, you make a copy of these to pencil mark them for the day. I actually, at one point, was taking every collection of everyone I had, was laminating all them. So I have a massive tote somewhere of laminated sheets. Got a little old for the fact that I haven't used half of them half the time. But that's the Battletech Primer. Kind of gives you just a little bit on some of the different clans. Wolf Dragoons, Killhounds. What do we got there? I'm reading upside down. The Grey Death Legion. Iridani, I believe they say, the Light Horse guys. And there's the Northwind Highlanders. So, again, really cool for people getting in, want to get into the lore and actually understand what they're playing and the difference between the clan wars and Inner Sphere and all that kind of stuff. So cool, I still get that stuff confused, so there we go. And speaking of, here is something I can't open all the way because I did not give myself enough room, but a really cool, I don't know if you can see that in the corner, but don't mind the camera work, shoddy as always. Inner Sphere 3151, an entire map of the Inner Sphere. And then on the back, it's the Inner Sphere 3058. So a really cool map. Again, to help with the different clans, the different... Oh, they're not called clans with the Inner Sphere, guys. Again, showing my novice knowledge. And that's actually really nice, heavy-duty poster card. So if you had a game room and you were playing a whole bunch in Battletech with your game, this is really cool to hang up. Yeah, it's got the creases in it, but who cares? That is awesome. And then we got tokens. Lots of cool tokens. So here we go. Machine gun nest. So talking about these are kind of like your battlefield strike things. So if you don't have the vehicles just yet, I think they're warrior. Oh yeah, so they're the same on either side, but they're color coded. So if you and your opponent are both using them, you got gray and you got red, so you can keep track of whose they belong to and which way they're facing. So if you want to start using foot soldiers and don't actually have the models yet, you got some nice, and again, these are heavy duty cardstock. Ammo containers, here you go, here's your heavy emplacements. If they don't have the models or can't get someone to 3D print them, they give you the tokens for them so you can use those cards. Field hospital, so again, two-sided, but excuse me again, same on each side. But again, some really nice heavy tokens to use to play. And I like how the vehicles do have the vehicles and placements have the arrow of which direction they're pointing. So if you're playing Classic, they're gridded obviously. But if you're playing Alpha Strike with them, you can kind of have which direction they're going. And then force building battlefield support. So I think this is for everything that's in there, but you have your force builder sheet. Again, nice cardstock with everything. Spare no expense, as John Hammond used to say. Battlefield support strikes, so all of your strike stuff on the back. Really nice sheet to keep track of everything for what's in the box. That's pretty cool. So these are the laminated mercenary contract record sheets. Campaign contract and mercenary employment. That is awesome. So if you're actually doing a contract or like a campaign, you can keep track of everything already pre-laminated. Look at that. Save your trip to Staples to keep track of if you're doing a mercenary campaign. That's really cool. And then of course, two decent size fold out maps. Again, the fact that you can take this starter set, you know, I've played a lot of different game systems where like, here's a starter box, and then you'll need to buy this, and you need to get this. You can take this box and start playing because they give you the maps, they give you everything you need. Matter of fact, when we first started playing, when the Battletech Classic boxes first started coming out, we took one to a convention, found a table, opened it up, and we started playing Battletech with everything that came in the box. Just like that. It was great. So there's two maps in here. I don't know. Sometimes, and I'll have to take a look on them, sometimes they can set them side by side. The grids match up on the sides. I don't know if that's the case with these. It's possible. But two-sided maps to play, which is awesome. So there we go. That is everything that is in the Mercenary Starter Box. That alone is a great deal. We're going to show some of these other boxes real quick, but I just want to put this back together. I will say, I know the whole point of this is that this was their starter box to start to get into stores and everything. I'm not quite sure when this product actually comes into the stores. I probably should have looked that up before talking. but it will eventually hit stores. But the whole Kickstarter people were supposed to get it first. So if you have a local brick and mortar near you, check it out. See when they're getting it in. Amazon, all that kind of stuff. But nice heavy duty mercenary box. A lot of stuff worth it in itself. It's just I want to take a look at a couple things here while I have you on camera and while I'm looking at them anyway. These are those dice. Chevrons? Oh yeah, they do have the mercenary chevron on them. So, yeah, they're decent dice, but I don't know how well that's showing up. But what I love is like the color in these things. That green kind of speckled. It's almost kind of chintzy. Say like they molded like Easter grass inside them or something like that. But they're just really cool dice, actually. Usually I just throw all of my dice in the one big bin. All the ones that have like a symbol or a logo on them I keep in one spot so I know which are on 6s, which are on 1s. But I'm probably going to keep these separate just because they're really cool dice. Same thing with the Ghost Bear. And Ghost Bear, which I don't know what I did with it already, but while at the convention this weekend, someone had an old Iron Wind, the old metal, old school Kodiak, so I had to pick one of those up as well because you can never have too many Kodiaks. But there we go. Clan Ghost Bear. Again, kind of that blue and green. Really cool looking dice. The beautiful thing, you know, if you're playing Classic, you only need 2 dice, which is pretty cool. Alpha Strike, you need a few more, but still not bad at all. This is the challenge coin. I want to get to the side of the bag so I can actually see the symbol on it. I know this is riveting television for you all. There we go. This is the Northwind Highlander challenge coin. Actually, I don't remember if they had the Ghost Bear challenge coin. That's really cool. Or if they, I don't remember why I got like some Northwind and some Ghost Bear. I think it was because they didn't have a complete set of either or and the challenge coins and dice. But that's okay because I love them both. I'm not going to try to screw with opening that right now. They're pretty cool just to put on your, again, on your display shelf if you got one. Let's get into some of this stuff real quick. Hopefully you don't mind. If not, you can always shut off the video. But please don't. Come with me on this adventure. These are the Savannah Masters, 4 Savannah Masters in here. So, oh, yeah. Now I remember. So do 2 of these go on a base together? Yeah, it looks like. So I don't know how well these are going to show up. Let me throw them on the base here real quick to show you. So these are the tiny. Yep, okay. These are the real tiny hovercrafts. Put a couple of these on a base together. So there's actually slots to put them to the side like that so you can get 2 on. Make sure they're facing the same direction. Oh, one already crashed. And then you get these are battlefield support that you can play them as, or they actually do have Alpha Strike cards. They're a little bent. That's what I'm trying to fix them real quick. Alpha Strike cards for them. 1 armor. 1 support. That's awesome. Do they even have any weapons to them? Special energy. I gotta remember what the, yeah, 1, look out. 1 at short and medium range. Look out. But little zippers. Movement 26. They are fast boys. Be great if they could transport some infantry. So yeah, they're actually pretty cool. I don't remember if they were part of it or if they were an add-on or what, but yeah, that's actually pretty cool. All right, to the side with you. Let's look at what I got in the 2 random vehicles battlefield support salvage box. So, for those that played Alpha Strike, know what these salvage boxes are. For those that don't, these were really cool when it came out with them. They were just random salvage boxes. You have no idea what mech is in them. It gave you that kind of whole trading card vibe of like, oh, what are you going to get? And people were buying cases of them and then trading them off for things that they didn't get. And it was just a really cool thought. We actually, before I even opened these, we had actually thought about doing a Alpha Strike event where the buy-in was you got 2 boxes, two mechs. You didn't know what they were, and then that was what you had to use in the event for the day. And then obviously point-wise, some of them would be a little bit off, but we would, you know, manage with support, battlefield supports, or other things like that. But be just a real cool, kind of like the old school, like Magic draft events where you just open up and you got to play with what you got there. So this is what I got in the box. I don't know how many different vehicles are in these boxes, how random they are. If you get this box, you get the same 2 vehicles. I really don't know how they packaged them. I'm sure there'll be conversations about how that happened in the future, but I got a Maxim, which is a heavy hover transport, which obviously is that bad boy right there, and a Ontis heavy tank roll juggernaut. Wow, that thing's actually beefy. I think it's real beefy for being a little tank. That's pretty cool. Again, I don't even know if I have them in the other box over there because I did buy the heavy battlefield lances, so I may already have one of these, but who cares? What's one more? That was in there. Don't know why. I think there's only one. Okay. And let's get into one random legendary mech warrior. Got a legendary mech. Let's see who I got. Those you never cut toward yourself, by the way. Those who know all the lore and stuff may get more excited or more disappointed about what I open here, but since I don't know who the legendary mech warriors are, it's all new to me. Let's get in here. Random pieces. Well, these are always usually one piece, so that's interesting in itself. So yeah, it's Marauder. I don't know if it's the same model as the other Marauders, but it's Abdun Recall? Someone comment if you know who this guy is and if he's good. I'm actually going to open up because it does give you his card as well, which is really cool. So, mercenary, he was a freelancer, blah, 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 blah. Whole bunch of special effects on the back, which is really cool. So, there we go. Don't know if he's good, but pretty cool nonetheless. I have no clue where the specialty weapon, where these weapon systems go, because I don't see a spot to clip them in, unless the arms pop, which I'm not going to break a model, because that would be pretty stupid. Oh, they're, see, talk about stupid. There are different weapon systems to put on top. There's a hole in the top there. So, depending how you want to kit it out. There we go. Last thing I want to open is the 100mm Timberwolf, because why not? So if you like big stompy robots, why not bigger stompy robots? Man, I wish I was skilled at painting, because that thing would be awesome sitting on a desk somewhere. Look at that thing. 100mm high Timberwolf. Which is probably, what, closer to like 15 mil? I don't even know what the scale would be. That's insane. So, there we go. That is a real quick look at everything. So there we go. There's a real quick unboxing of everything that was in my Kickstarter. Again, really tank heavy, so you guys should not be surprised when they bring all that stuff, which I think that was pretty much what most of it was, besides the Mercs, which are in the starter box. Some objectives, some fighters, some hunter lances, which I'm really looking forward to them. That would be pretty cool. And then, of course, the actual starter box itself. So, there we go. Again, this was kind of a real quick thrown together video, but I wanted to get it up. Oh yeah, the poster's up there as well. If you went in on this Kickstarter, let me know kind of what you went with. So, just kind of curious to see if kind of how people's thoughts are on the playstyle with all the new stuff coming out. Mercenaries are really cool. If you got it more for Alpha Strike, if you got it more for Classic, if that's kind of your jive. But yeah, let me know what you think. The obligatory like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, comments. Kind of curious to see what the community is doing with this, how excited they are, if they've gotten theirs yet, if their local store is planning on carrying a bunch of this stuff, all of that. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Real quick thrown together video. And until next time.